and all these challenges that are surrounding us. Thank you, Ali, for this opportunity. And let me tell you a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm a psychologist and an expat coach, and I work with expats for 6 years now. And I help expats and their partners to feel at home wherever they are. That means to feel at home within themselves. It doesn't matter in which country they are, if they are going to be expats or they are going to repatriate. It doesn't matter, as long as they feel at home wherever they are, it's okay. And I help them to do that. And I help them as well to feel and to design the life that they want to live abroad, okay? To be in control of their life. That's what I do. And one of the things that I'm doing right now is helping expats coping with this whole situation. I found that these times are especially challenging for them because the feeling of isolation that expats sometimes feel, we feel this loneliness, this homesickness, it's more underlined now, it is more toned with this whole lockdown. With this lockdown, the real lockdown, and the lockdown that we are creating for ourselves as well, because we have to maintain the social distance. So we are distancing ourselves as well from the people that we love. And this is creating a lot of mixed feelings. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to give you some tips, some advices on how to cope with this whole situation. Okay? So I have my notes here to give some structure. The first thing that we are going to do is breathe. We are bombarded with news all the time, and with things changing every second, something new, more contagious people, more deaths, etc. So we are, our levels of anxiety are going up and up. So the first thing is breathe. And how are we going to breathe? We are going to breathe 3 times in. Keep 3 seconds or breathe, and then breathe out 3 times. Do that 3 times, everything in 3, and then after that you are going to feel your body relaxing. Okay, that's the first step to incorporate all the things that I'm going to tell you. So you clear your head with this breathe exercise, and now you're ready to pay attention and to absorb everything. Okay, that's the first thing, breathe. The second thing, accept. I know it sounds, yeah, accept it if you can't control it, yeah, but it is really important that you accept that you can't control COVID-19. You can't control the coronavirus, you can't control the spreading of it, you can't control how long you are going to be in this isolation time. Okay, so accept there are things that you can control, and you have to deal with the situation the best you can. Okay, accept that. That's one thing to accept. The second thing is accept what you're feeling. I know social media says you have to be positive, you have to try to make the best of everything, occupy your free time, spend time with your loved ones, with the ones who are at home with you, and be positive and be creative and be productive. That's fine and that's helpful, but of course it's not the only thing that we are feeling. We are feeling sad, confused, preoccupied, etc., lonely, so frustrated as well, and maybe with anger. It is okay that you feel this way. Okay, accept your emotions as they are coming, because it is okay. You are not alone on this. Especially expats, we are feeling that way because we are exposed to this situation. So accept that not everything has to be positive and great and productive all the time. It is okay to be lazy. It's okay not to be keen to do anything. That's perfectly fine. Accept it as well. Okay, that's the second acceptance thing. And there are things that you can control. You can't control what is happening with coronavirus. You can't control your reactions to things. You can't control. But what you can control is the attention that you put to those emotions, to those thoughts, to your reactions. That you can control. How? You put your attention on something else. So simple, so easy. When you feel that your levels of anxiety are getting up, or you start to think things like, I don't know what to do, I'm worried about my family, I'm getting bored, I don't know what to do with my children here, etc. So these thoughts, you can deviate your attention and you could put your attention on something else. So your levels of anxiety can go down and you can clear your head and do something else. Okay, to act, how do you say that? To act usefully, to feel better, to feel good, you need to deviate your attention from those thoughts. Okay, and how do you do that? So simple it is that you can, for example, when you think this, you ask yourself, is this thought useful or not useful? What does it mean useful? Useful is it's making me feel better, it's making me feel relaxed, I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling productive. Okay, that's useful. Unuseful or not useful is I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling stressed. Okay, so if this thought that you are thinking is not useful, you put your attention on something around you. That's instant. You can do it within a second. What, for example, I use my hand. I start to look at my hand and describe my hand. My hand has 5 fingers, it is brown, it has lines, etc., etc. I put my whole attention on my hand, and you will forget whatever you are thinking, because our attention, if we put it in one thing, it will stay in that thing. And if you think that the thought is appearing again, you put your attention on the wall, on the computer, on your clothes, on your hair, whatever is near you, and you can focus your attention right away. Okay? With this exercise, you can do it over and over and over again until you feel free, your head is free of these thoughts, and you can concentrate on something productive for you, something that makes you feel good. Okay? So you can do that, and and that gives you a sense of control. And that's really important because that empowers your body and your mind, and you feel that you have control. That's point number one, let's say, accepting what you're feeling, accepting that you can't control things, and accepting that you can control your attention and do that. The second important thing is this infoxication that we are having right now. We are becoming or are getting so much fake news. We are trying to stay connected with our family and friends, and we are using a lot of social media, maybe more than usual. And with that comes a lot of misinformation as well. Okay, and we are expats. We are probably in a country that doesn't speak our mother tongue, although we speak maybe perfectly, in this case, Spanish or English or German or whatever. Still, there are things that we are going to miss, the fine things, okay? And we are bombarded with, how do you say that, fake news. And again, our levels of stress are going up and up and up, because should we believe this? Should we not believe this? Who I can ask if it's true or not? The president is speaking, but I understand the half of it. What is he saying, etc., etc. Where can I get my information? The first thing is from official sources. not the friend of a friend of a friend who recorded a video and he explains the effects of coronavirus. La, la, la. Forget that, please. There are so many videos and documents and audios circulating. They are totally false. So please take to the official sources. And when you don't understand the language, then find a translation partner or a news partner that speaks the mother tongue, the native, he's a native or she's a native speaker, and you can ask him, ask her, what is it important today? What should I know today that is important for me and my family and the people around me? Is it important what the president said? Is it important what the minister said today in the press conference, etc.? So try to find a person that you can trust, that speaks the language, and you can ask him or her directly. If you have any questions in particular, ask this person, and not in a group, in a WhatsApp group with 20 people. Then when, I don't know, from these 20 people, 18 have an opinion and I have heard a friend of a friend of a friend. So no, please stick to one person and a person you can trust. Okay, and ignore the other things. About that, boundaries. When you don't want to be bombarded with information, then say it. I can tell you about my case, for example. I'm, of course, like everyone else, I'm on a WhatsApp group with my entire family. And my family is, every day, they are in Chile, most of them, and they are bombarding me every day with different news. And I said to them, please don't send any message to this group. It's hurting me, it's making me nervous, I'm preoccupied, I'm worrying about you, please don't do that. So they stopped, thank God. But I had to do that, I think, 3 times, and the 3rd time I was really strong about it. And it was difficult for me to do that, but it was self-care. I was protecting myself and protecting my family as well, because if I'm worried, they are also worried. So no one benefits from it. Okay, so do that as well. Say that you don't want to hear that or read that. Put boundaries, put your limits. Okay, great. And about that, about social contact. Be intentional about contacting with other people. Right now, maybe you are alone, and maybe you are only with your partner, or even if you are with your family, still you need your social contacts, your friends, your family and friends in this country, your family and friends in your home country, wherever they are. But not just longing to speak with them and to spend time with them, but intentionally make dates. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to have lunch together, we are going to have a happy hour together, we're going to have coffee, whatever, even if it's 15 or 30 minutes. Do you organize things? Don't expect the others, your friends or family, to do that. Be intentional and organize yourself something for you, because it's, again, something to take care of yourself. So organize dates and do them, okay? And have fun with it. You can have a drink, you can eat, whatever, but be intentional about being in contact with the ones you love, okay? Okay, so I guess that's it. It is difficult. I know a lot of people are feeling lonely. Most of my clients are single expats, so they are feeling especially lonely in this time. You are not alone. A lot of people are feeling the way you are feeling, and it's going to pass. Don't forget that. If you have to say it like a mantra every day, this situation is not going to last forever. Even if it feels like it, maybe every day, it's not going to last. It's going to pass, and you are going to be stronger than before and more resilient than before, because you're going to learn about yourself, about how to take care of yourself, about your boundaries, and about the people you love. So you are going to be just fine. Okay? Trust in yourself, and I send you a big hug. Okay.